thing. All right, George, I restarted YouTube. Hopefully you can still hear us.
And see us.
Oversell's version of Enzo. All right, let's do some break comeback music. Welcome back to the Oversell Podcast. Thank you for joining us at mixlr.com/Oversell Podcast, mixlr.com/Oversell Podcast. Also, the YouTube channel, which you can find if you go to youtube.com and search for the Oversell Podcast. Go subscribe there so you can see all these videos live. We're going to try to... Eventually, I'll have this all figured out.
Eventually, we'll have viewers.
Yeah. That's a great way to build your product there, isn't it? Hey, there is one person watching, but I'm going to guess that person is also in our Mixlr chat room.
Or is it us?
No, I don't think it. No, it doesn't count me. Stream health look better.
Yay!
Yeah, so we're actually pumping out some good stuff here, or at least so we think.
Let's see how it holds up.
Well, Monday Night Raw this week. It was an all right show.
From what I read, it seemed okay.
It was good. There's a lot of thoughts about what the Bullet Club, Gallows and Anderson, are doing right now.
Helping AJ, but he's not
helping AJ, but not
accepting it or accepting responsibility for it.
Right, and it just seems off. And let me ask you this: how much will the internet lose it if Gallows and Anderson, not just the internet, I guess, how much would fans of Gallows and Anderson and the Bullet Club and New Japan Pro Wrestling, and how would wrestling fans like it if those two guys align themselves with Roman Reigns?
That's what I'm hoping happens.
Why are you hoping that?
Because it's not technically expected. You're expecting right now, they're coming in saying they're helping AJ. AJ's like, no, I don't need your help. Going up to Roman saying that, hey, it wasn't my idea. I didn't have anything to do with this. But everybody's expecting at some point they're going to come and help him, and then he's going to, they're going to throw up the bullet signal together. But I think it would just be such a better twist if they're finally like, you know what? Hey, we tried to help you. You didn't want it. This guy over here, he accepts us, and then they're heel, and Roman Reigns is officially heel.
Well, they also, now Roman Reigns sent out a tweet that said, I don't need a club to help me out or anything like that. And George in the trap says, no, Mike, no. When did Vince get to you? Yeah, I'm not. If anything, here's what I think what happened. They come in and interfere with that match, except, maybe they beat up on Reigns. But then they look at AJ Styles, and they point at him and pull the trigger, and Balor runs out and helps him start beating up on AJ Styles, and Balor and the Bullet Club are their own thing.
That'd still make them heels.
That's fine. Yeah. That's fine, but Reigns, I just don't want them with Reigns. The whole Roman Empire thing, I don't.
I mean, I'm still a fan of Reigns. I love Roman Reigns, but it still bothers me that everybody boos him just because it's like the cool thing to do now.
Yeah.
And I think it would be better if you actually put him with another small stable. So at least the stable can get liked or booed or whatever, and he gets a more genuine reaction.
Mm-hmm. Interesting. Did you hear who joined the Social Outcast this week?
Yeah.
I sent a picture of George in that, and he I think he got a good laugh at my expense on it.
Yeah.
I mean,
That's what they're up to now.
Yeah.
Because, Connor and Adam Rose, almost couldn't remember his name, got suspended, and they're out for what? Is it 30 or 60 days now?
I think it's 60 because this is apparently the second.
Yeah, it's the second one for both of them.
Now, and I find it funny because Connor's first one was like in 2006.
Yeah.
And Randy Orton has had 2 strikes since then, but I think he worked off a strike or something like that, or
Connor's no Randy Orton.
Well, but in a corporate environment, you can't be like that. I mean, it has to be consistent across the board.
Yeah, but I mean, their consistency backstage is just like their consistency, in front of the camera. I mean,
not good.
Look at the whole, Shane McMahon thing still going on. He's still running Raw, even though he was supposed to be gone because he lost that match.
George in the chat room says, the issue is Roman can't lead a stable. Stable leaders have to be good on the mic. And I agree with that. I agree.
I agree.
This whole new line, I'm still not sold on this whole line he's coming out with. I'm not a bad guy. I'm not a good guy. I'm the guy. Just there's something about it I just don't like.
He's trying.
Yeah. I think he should just come out and beat people up.
Yeah. He should go back to basically like he was with the Shield. I mean, just be the muscle, come in, get the job done, and leave.
Yep. That was a perfect time. That was a perfect thing for him.
Yeah.
Back in the day. They had some great matches. Pull up the card. Can you pull up the card from Monday?
Looks like the first match was Jericho and Sami Zayn.
That was an awesome match.
Anytime you have either one of those people in a match, it's going to be great.
That's what's great. You hate to lose guys to injury, but when you're getting matches like Chris Jericho and Sami Zayn, when you're getting Kevin Owens and AJ Styles, when you're getting fresh matches we haven't seen in the WWE product. Now, Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn have been wrestling for damn near a decade now.
Exactly.
But it's fresh
but
for
we haven't seen
right.
it.
It's fresh for a WWE audience.
Right.
Well, you haven't seen it.
Well, I was saying we as in WWE Universe,
Yeah.
Because we're talking about Raw.
I've seen. No, I'm not going to be Mr. Smarky McSmarky. I've been watching them in PWG for a long time. Like that. That's awesome. You know what?
I remember when Kevin Owens didn't have facial hair.
Right, and I'm not I don't want to tick anybody off. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to be funny.
Yeah.
I think I'm failing at it, so I'm going to stop.
I laughed.
George in the chat says, so what you're saying, he should go back to being hidden by 2 better wrestlers, LOL. Yeah. Yeah, I would agree with that. Think what else happened on Raw this week?
Well, kind of going off what you just said about, we're getting fresh matches, from people because of injuries. Since, this is basically the start of the new wrestling year since WrestleMania is past now.
Mm-hmm.
If you could, have it your way or just hope, what would be some matches this year that you'd like to see that we haven't technically seen in WWE yet? Because of people that they've brought up from NXT currently and people coming back from injury.
Man, that is a good question.
And George, I want you to get on this too. Out of current roster right now of who they just brought up from NXT and, people that will be coming back from injury this year, what's 2 or 3 matches that you really want to see?
Man, that is a really good question. Shinsuke Nakamura and Triple H.
Wow.
That's
interesting.
I think they would have a brawl, and it would be a very entertaining match.
I mean, I have a feeling that Shinsuke is going to be a lot of these matches, but I was thinking something like Seth Rollins and AJ Styles.
That would be great.
Or Seth Rollins and Sami Zayn. Now that they would both really be back from injury and
man, that's a really good question. George and Sharon, Finn Balor versus Seth Rollins.
Yeah.
That's going to be an incredible match. That's got to happen one day. I think Apollo was called up too soon, so I don't really want to see him yet. He needs a more fleshed out character.
I think if you work him for a few months. George also said Kevin Owens and Samoa Joe.
Yep. That would be a lot of fun to
brutal.
watch. Yep.
But I'm thinking, if you give Apollo a decent run for a little while, put him up against like Brock Lesnar. Two of the bigger guys together, or obviously the better match would be, Samoa Joe and Brock Lesnar.
George just said New Day versus Enzo and Cass, but I think we're going to be seeing that.
That may be it. Payback.
That's going to be a fun match. Enzo is like the best hype man ever for a tag team.
Oh yeah,
that dude is just awesome. Let's see. Oh, I had one in my head, but I lost it. Oh, Ryback versus Shinsuke Nakamura, just so I could see him get kneed an incredible amount of times.
George just wants the promos between New Day and Enzo. And
they're you're going to see him here soon because I as much as I like that the Vaudevillains are up, and how crazy is it that the finals of this tag team tournament are 2 NXT call-ups?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
I think that shows Triple H has got some pull right now.
He's starting to get a little bit of pull.
Yeah.
He's getting more pull. It's just one step closer to getting rid of Kevin Dunn.
We can all hope.
Finn Balor and Jericho.
That'd be a good one. I'm just really waiting for Seth Rollins to come back.
Yeah.
Because, he's going to come back. He has to come back as a face. There's no way people are going to boo him when he shows up.
Right.
And so, technically, this time that kind of limits who he's going to feud against. And I'm glad that Cesaro's back. Cesaro's got a lot of good matches in him, potentially.
Mm-hmm.
I think him, Cesaro and Nakamura.
Kalisto and Neville.
Yeah.
When Neville gets back from injury, I think that'll be exciting. Put it on for the U.S. title.
Yeah.
Seth Rollins versus Kevin Owens. George just said in the chat room, George is killing us with some of these. It's whooping my butt with them. That question is just really good, really hard.
Because at this point, you kind of forget who all's injured and who's brought up. And
Bullet Club versus Gallows and Anderson versus Jordan and Gable.
That'd be nice.
That would be a lot of fun.
I think right now, actually, we'll still call them the Bullet Club for now.
Yeah.
But Bullet Club and the Dudleys.
Yeah,
I think that'd be some.
Did you see the GIF of when the Dudleys came back?
Nuh-uh.
There was a GIF, and it was Becky Lynch. And when she turned around and saw him, she marked the hell out. Her jaw dropped, and she's like, "Oh my God, the Dudleys are here!" And you see Pat Patterson; he gets this real big smile on his face. So I guess they were hidden in the bus,
right?
Or whatever. And they came in. They're like, "Holy shit, the Dudleys are back!" So it was good to see. I love when you see that wrestlers are fans.
Oh yeah.
To me, that's so much fun. Just seeing them mark out like I would if I was backstage and I just saw the Dudleys are coming back.
Bray and Samoa Joe, what George said.
Woo! Woo-wee!
Yeah.
That'd be good.
Another one that's kind of odd that I just thought of that would, just because they, kind of have similar styles in the way they act and all, but Randy Orton and Baron Corbin.
Ooh, that'd be good. That'd be nice. AJ and Corbin.
Yeah.
Because Corbin has this reputation as trying to be the indie killer right now or whatever like
right.
that, and that would be fun. George also says Cesaro versus Nakamura.
Yeah, I said that one.
I see. I want Nakamura to face people I don't like just so I can see them get kneed a lot in their match. Take that big knee at the end of the match.
So you want to see a 6-month stint of Nakamura and Cena.
Yes, that's exactly what I want to see. Let's go back to Raw. We kind of got sidetracked there. That was a great question, though. Folks, tweet at us at Oversell Podcast. If you're watching live on YouTube, you should see all of our social media accounts and everything like that. Tweet at us what kind of matches you want to see from folks that have called up from this new roster we're having due to a depleted roster.
Yeah, just anybody you want to see this year, and we'll bring it back up on the next episode, so Dan can throw in his 2 cents and whoever that's tweeted since then.
George in the chat room says, "Can we please get Nakamura and Reigns?" Nakamura is going to be the WWE killer. That's what his gimmick's going to be when he comes in.
All right, but going back to Raw, Reigns cut his usual "the guy" promo.
So over that.
It was a good idea, but I don't think it's a good tagline for him. He shouldn't do it every time.
He says, "Kick Roman so hard, Vince bleeds."
Corbin and Fandango.
Yeah, and it was that was you need a Fandango entrance because apparently like people were hardcore Fandangoing over there in London.
Yeah,
and there's a big difference in between watching a taped Raw and live Raw.
Live.
I mean,
you can tell the edits and
right. Yeah, it's just not as much fun, and it's still a 3-hour show, which is just as fun.
Oh yeah. Miz and Maurice came back out.
I wasn't a fan of Miz picking up the IC title right now, but him and Maurice are killing it from a heel standpoint. They are they're doing it. They're getting heat the right way.
It still bothers me that they only really brought her back so she could be on Total Divas.
And
what about this? The Bellas are getting their own show.
Yeah.
Total Bellas or something like that?
That's fine because it means Total Divas is going to be dying soon. Which is awesome. Thank God. Because then maybe the wrestling storylines will be based around professional wrestling.
It'd just be great if they would have done it like I thought they were originally going to.
It should have been Breaking Ground.
Yeah.
I'm there with you until the end on that one.
Cesaro and New Day against League of Nations.
Yeah, I like how Cesaro's thing right now is wearing a bunch of tearaway suits.
Yeah.
So he has the New Day shirt underneath it. And well, let me ask you this. Is New Day's thing, and George in the chat room is probably going to kill me for asking this, is New Day's shtick getting a little stale?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I hope they don't overdo it. Because, there was, about a month there where they were in like 3 or 4 segments a show.
Mm-hmm.
And, well, it seemed like a month. It may have only been 2 episodes or something. But I just hope they don't push them, down our throats too much.
They seem to have backed off a little bit.
Yeah, they've got it working.
I mean, that WrestleMania entrance, man, that was...
I still wish they could have rode in on the unicorns like they wanted to. But
man, anytime I mark out whenever I see Dragon Ball Z stuff, and the fact that Xavier Woods had a damn tail. George says yes, it's getting kind of stale now that they're baby faces. Yeah, that's
true. I mean, once they turn face, they're not as cool.
One of my favorite recent moments they did is something happened. I forget it was on Raw, but I think they did a video for WWE.com. And they had their positivity booth. Have you seen that? So Kofi have you seen this video?
I don't.
So it's basically
I don't think so.
Their positivity booth is basically like you remember at Putt Putt where we would store like 2-liter sodas, those coolers and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It was basically one of those. But it was a Mountain Dew cooler, and they would go in and sit in it a couple of minutes and then come out and be positive again. But it didn't. Not Roman Reigns. Whoa, Big E didn't need it because he was always positive anyway. So. Kofi was like all fuming and stuff, and he gets in there and he's like, "Hey, everything's all right." And Xavier had just gotten out of it, and that was the positivity booth was really funny.
I like the interaction they had with The Rock.
Yeah, that was funny.
It was funny.
I had to think about it for a sec.
Yeah. Like, once I said it, I was like, I can't think of anything they said.
Remind me what happened. Remind me.
Yeah, see, now that you've asked me that, I can't remember anything that happened about it. I just remembered it happened.
Go look up on YouTube Rock and New Day. What else happened on Raw?
Let's see. Back to Raw. This was probably somewhere in the end of first hour because it takes fucking forever to watch Raw now. Charlotte and Flair had a backstage segment. Natalya did announce that Bret Hart will be in her corner.
Yeah,
for Payback.
I like that.
So
Anytime we get to see Bret is one of my favorite guys to see.
Hopefully to counteract Ric Flair, but we'll see how that goes.
Well, hopefully Brett Favre doesn't kiss Ric Flair.
Brett Favre. That would be very interesting.
It's been a long week, folks. But hopefully Bret Hart doesn't kiss.
I mean, it's better that Brett Favre is better than the other way you could have messed up his name, calling him Brett Fart.
Yeah, but that's going to be interesting.
Natalya, Paige, Becky, and Sasha defeated Charlotte, Summer Rae, Naomi, and Tamina.
Yeah, and there's Sasha was looked like doing a little strong side there on Summer in the match. It was really good. I liked it. I like seeing a vicious Sasha going after someone. It was a good match.
We need to see more Sasha, but I guess
they're
holding her off for like SummerSlam.
SummerSlam. It's going to be it's going to be the summer of Sasha.
Oh yeah.
You heard that term here first. So when they start talking about the summer of Sasha, you heard it right here. Oversellpodcast.com, @Oversell Podcast, Facebook.com/Oversell Podcast.
Is Summer Rae going to have anything to say about that, though? Not being the summer of summer?
No, it's not going to be the summer of summer. It's the summer of Sasha.
Okay.
Alliteration is fun.
Summer of summer is the same thing.
George in the chat room, Natalya was the leader of a team where she was the least popular wrestler.
Vaudevillains advanced to the finals by beating the Usos.
Good match.
So now they're going to face Enzo and Cass
in the finals.
That apparently is at the pay-per-view.
Oh, wow. So it's going to be...
they said that's at Payback.
Okay. So then is Extreme Rules happening after Payback?
Yeah. So, I think they're switching it up this year because, like, when we were looking at it last show and pulled it up, it was showing Extreme Rules was next and then Payback, but I don't know. Because I know Extreme Rules had been after WrestleMania for the last couple of years because, it was like 3 or 4 years ago now when Brock Lesnar came back. He showed up the night after WrestleMania, and then he had the match with Cena at Extreme Rules.
Yep.
So they're switching that up on us without saying anything. Social Outcast tried to recruit Apollo Crews.
Yep, and you know what I think would have been the more interesting finish to that match, because it gives Apollo more to do, is he ends up, due to outside interference, gets pinned. 1, 2, 3, and he has to join the Social Outcast and eventually breaks away from him. I think that would have been the more interesting finish for it.
Yeah, but they don't want to give the Social Outcast too much TV time.
Yeah, God forbid.
Ambrose and Owens. Ambrose defeated Owens.
That was an awesome match.
And then Jericho came out and hit the code breaker on Ambrose.
Yep, their match is going to be a lot of fun over at Payback. I'm really going to be excited for that match.
And was that it?
I think that was the main event.
Okay,
the main event, and it was an all right show. It's with this new talent and stuff. Raw is getting really interesting. It's still too damn long. 3 hours is still too long for wrestling show.
George asks, can the Vaudevillains work on the main roster? I
think they can. Now, it would have been nice if they would have had they have that entrance to that part of their music.
Yeah.
I hear that, and what I see in my head and what I envision for them would be pre-taped vignettes of them doing just like manly stuff like you would see at a carnival. So like Aiden English is holding the thing and hits the giant hammer,
the mallet,
the bell, and I see like a vignette of Simon Gotch, as a strong man in a carnival, and these announcers, and then like it shows
lifting the barbell up, one arm above his head,
right,
and it's all bent.
Yeah, and then he wrestles. They do pre-planned vignettes where they throw people in to wrestle with them, and Simon Gotch wrestles them real quick, and I could see them having a lot of fun with pre-planned vignettes for them to lead up to a debut. Like you're getting with Primo and Epico.
Yeah.
Right now, they're
going to be a total bust.
Yeah. You know what I think it is? They're setting up a comeback.
We can only hope.
Oh man, it'd be great if
they just keep showing them on these beaches the whole time, and like one time we actually see like Carlito walk out of the water or something.
Well, no, they just pan away. It's like it's they say something, and everybody loves Puerto Rico. and the camera turns and is like, now that's cool. Eats the apple, and then come to Puerto Rico.
It would be great to see Carlito back.
Oh, I'd love to have Carlito back in the WWE. I think this is a way. Maybe this has to be some sort of chance to bring him back.
Yeah, I highly doubt it, but it'd be fucking great.
Yeah. You watched NXT this week. Why don't you tell us what happened?
All right. Let me pull that back up. It started with Enzo Amore and Big Cass against the American Alpha.
I love the American Alphas, man. Yeah. I was
kind of shocked to see Enzo and Cass, back on an episode.
These are recorded.
Yeah, they were taped.
A month
I think
ago.
These were still taped in Dallas. After. Yeah. But it was still kind of shocking when you see them. You think that they've made it to the main roster for good, and then you see them back on NXT,
right?
Which is just kind of odd. But
it's the same thing. We still see Bill Dempsey in some of them. Yeah. For a while there, you still said Bull Dempsey like he's gone. This is weird.
But it was a good match.
Well, I wouldn't expect anything other than below good.
I mean, before the match even started, the crowd was chanting, "This is awesome."
George says, "No way, Jose equals Dominican Fandango."
I was going the same route, only I was thinking it was more Xavier Woods in Fandango. But I don't know about that guy. No way, Jose. It was... The fans kind of got into it, I think, just because it was new, and they didn't really like the other guy at all because they didn't really know anything about him. Mm-hmm. But... I don't know. I'll be surprised if we see this guy with this gimmick.
Was this someone that debuted on NXT?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
What was his gimmick?
Yeah, like George said, just Dominican Fandango. He came out dancing, and he's got this big afro, and he came out like all white, and he the entire match he just kind of danced around, and he was all energetic, and it was. I don't know. I mean, they're trying something new, but right. I don't see this one lasting long.
Yeah.
Let me see if I can pull up a picture of him for you, because to me, he looked like he danced like Fandango, but he looked like Xavier Woods.
George says describe his finisher.
Hopefully I can pull it up and show you, because it's not... To me, it wasn't really finisher. So bear with me for a second.
Yeah, I think you have to add NXT in it, because I'm getting a bunch of Michelle Tanner pictures. Oh, lordy.
Yeah, that's him.
Dang, look at that fro. Okay, so is that his finisher he's setting him up for?
No, that's when he just did the airplane spin for about a minute. Yeah, it probably wasn't that long.
All right. What else happened at NXT? Oh, you got the finisher there?
Nah, I'm pulling it up. It'll take a little bit, but I'll go back to the results. Well, as it loads, because apparently bandwidth is a problem here.
We're hardwired and everything.
Oh.
I'm just going to close that out. Maybe it'll help.
It's not letting me go to a next page. Oh, here we go. All right, No Way Jose. He won. There was a backstage segment where Regal came out and basically announced to Elias Sampson that next week he will face Nakamura.
Ooh, Elias Sampson? Ooh.
Yeah, and Nakamura.
Nakamura's going to kick his ass.
And knee his ass.
Yeah, oof. Those knees, man, I tell you something, man. Those knees, man, they hurt, man.
Then they went back to the ring, and it was Nia Jax and Deonna Purrazzo. Quick squash match. Mm-hmm. Nia Jax destroyed her.
Good. That's what she needs to be doing to get believable as a female monster for the Divas division. or women's wrestling
And
division,
I guess,
excuse me.
her finisher only really works because of her size. I mean, she does the Samoan drop and then a leg drop.
Yeah.
And
Whole lot of lady dropping on you there.
yeah, but I still don't, just because of Hogan, I still don't think a leg drop is a finisher. But
Well, let's put you underneath that leg drop and see how it feels.
anyway, let's go on.
George says Nia Jax didn't smile the entire time. Loved it.
No, she did not. She did not have fun at all.
Samoans don't smile. They don't.
And then main event was Apollo Crews versus Samoa Joe.
How was that match?
It was exactly what you think it would be. It was just, a battle of strength. Just seeing who was stronger, who could hit the hardest, and Samoa Joe ended up, winning and going over. But I mean, it was more of just a fight. No real special spots or anything. No big oohs and ahs. It was just, damn, that probably hurt.
Mm-hmm. Very cool. Let's see. He's still trying to pull up the.
Yeah, it says it's playing, but the.
Yeah, dude, I probably have zero bandwidth left here at my house. Comcast's probably gonna call me.
Like
George says a battle of strength, but you could tell who the performer was. Cruz is so raw.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, and Uhaa Nation, he was big on the indies, but he's just got to learn that WWE style. And the problem is with Apollo Crews is he needs a character.
Yeah, he's playing the the cookie cutter good guy right now.
Right, he's a John Cena.
Yeah, basically.
He's a Boy Scout. A Boy Scout is the best way to put it.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm going to be able to find the video for that. But next time we talk about stuff like this, I'll just go ahead and have it pulled up.
Okay, cool.
So yeah, dead air.
Was that it for NXT? That was the main event?
Yeah, that was it. Because remember, NXT is only an hour.
Yeah,
so you can watch that,
and it's a big difference than watching the WWE. I didn't get a chance to watch Lucha Underground this week. I'll probably watch it tonight, and we can talk. I can do 2 episodes next week to talk about because Lucha Underground has become one of my favorite shows to watch. The talent over there is amazing. New Japan, I think they have a pay-per-view coming up in May the 3rd. I can't wait for that because I'm really starting to get into New Japan Pro Wrestling. It is becoming my it's becoming next to Lucha Underground. It's becoming my favorite promotion to watch because everyone has a character, but they're not gimmicks.
Right.
They tell their stories are told in the ring. There's not there is not all these backstage dumb things going on. Where they act like the camera's not there.
Yeah.
The talent is incredible.
It's all about wrestling.
Kushida has become one of my favorite guys. I love watching Kushida wrestle.
Yeah.
Shibata is my dude. Shibata is a badass. It's going to be interesting to see what they're doing with Naito, who is the why can't I say that?
Yeah, I don't know.
IWGP heavyweight champion. And the way after he won that title at Invasion Attack, he just kind of slung it up in the air and flipped. He acted like that title was just nothing. He was ready to beat the man in Okada.
And I love Okada.
And I think Ring of Honor's got a big card coming up too, Super Card of Honor or something like that. That's probably going to be a great show.
Because apparently I saw something online that Taven is going to form his own kingdom now.
Oh, nice.
And
yeah.
you have no idea who it is, but they just had him and then like the 3 silhouettes in the background. So that'd be nice to see.
Shout out to New Japan Pro Wrestling. Check out New Japan World. Just Google it and subscribe. It is only 999 yen, which comes out to like $8 or $10. It's cheaper than the WWE Network. And you get access to everything New Japan has. That company has been around for 40 years.
There's a little bit of time in there.
And so there's plenty of matches to watch. And this next card coming up, I think it's called I'll have to Google it, Danaku or something like that. But it's going to be a really fun card. Locally, man, we got some local wrestling shows coming up. We've got MEW is doing their revival tomorrow night. Dustin 5-Star will be there. Tattoo. I'm sure Del Tucker. That whole MEW roster, which I love.
I think they said Bill Dundee.
Yeah,
is
actually,
gonna be there.
Dustin 5-Star is is going to be wrestling Bill Dundee. Let me look up this New Japan card. I just recently watched an episode of New Japan on Access TV where they had Kushida and Kenny Omega. That was that was an awesome match. Did you watch that one yet?
I think I've seen that one.
That's an awesome match. And then Nakamura took on Hiroki Goto.
Goto?
Yeah,
Goto's great.
They're both great. Let's see here. See if I can find tournaments. Let's see. Super. Just probably need to look up New Japan Pro Wrestling. Let's see. New Japan Pro Wrestling. May 2016 news. That didn't work. What else? I don't know. I'll put it on our Twitter account.
Okay, here you go.
All right, let's see this finish move.
This is... He basically acts like he has a baseball bat, which he does not have.
All right.
He gives a one-kneed bulldog.
Okay.
Gets the crowd pumped a little bit. Then becomes a pitcher. Boom! Knockout punch.
He stole that shit from Kushida. That is one of Kushida's moves. So that's...
And he wins.
That is weak.
Yeah, see.
Weak,
that's why I wanted to show you and not tell you.
Weak. Well, let's go back to local wrestling. We've got MEW coming up this Friday. MEW, it's a revival show. We've got next Thursday, April 28th, Wildfire Wrestling is going to be at the Alshima Shrine, doing a benefit show for Alshima.
Okay.
Let me see if I can get the card. I don't think they've actually announced any matches for it.
Guessing this episode's going to be edited a lot.
Nah, I'm going to leave it just like it is.
All right.
Memphis Wildfire Wrestling. But it's a benefit show, April 28th, Alshima Circus, which is right down the street from Putt Putt on Summer Avenue. Guess, shout out to Putt Putt. Let's see. It's Women Crush Wednesday. So it's the Alshima Shrine Temple at 5770 Shelby Oaks Drive. Just says all the top stars will be there, so you can assume, Lawler, Brian Christopher, hopefully, what's this?
Hopefully R&D.
R&D. Yep.
Hopefully.
And, of course, Precious.
Yeah.
Dazzler, I'm sure, will be there. Antonio Garza. Josh Crow, the All-Pro, the All-Star, the All-Pro Josh Crow, and many of your other favorite Wildfire Wrestling superstars. So be sure to head out there for that. In August, this is what I'm excited for. Women Crush Wednesday is going to be...
that's just Women Crush Wednesday.
Oh, sorry. No, that's the name of the show.
Is that actually the name of the show?
The Ladies' Night event, though, officially launch.
Okay.
George says, this is Oversell Podcast. Episode, who cares? Just listen.
Yeah.
But Mickie James is going to be coming in and wrestling in this tournament to crown the first ever. It's going to be a battle royal. They're going to have the first ever Wildfire Women's Wrestling Champion.
Hell yeah.
Mickie James is going to be in that, and there's going to be who knows what other talent Kevin's bringing in for this show. So that's going to be in August. Really excited for that. Maybe Precious. It'd be funny if they snuck Precious in there for that tournament. Mike, you want to do a Memphis Wrestling moment?
Yeah, why not? Because, we typically do those, don't we?
Yep.
All right, where's the one I had? Okay. April 24th, 1977. This is just a couple weeks before Star Wars came out. Just because I wanted to throw that in there.
Hey, we're geeks here, too.
Hells yeah. Can't believe Han Solo's dead.
Spoiler alert. Jeez.
Movie's been out for 5-6 months now.
Hey, spoiler alert.
If you haven't seen Star Wars, you deserve that. All right? Okay. April 24th, 1977. Jarrett Wrestling Company presents Parade of Champions. Mid-South Coliseum. Start from the bottom of the card, if I can read this. Southeastern title tag team match. Tommy Rich, Bill Dundee versus, what is that, Pork Chop something?
Okay.
And I cannot read the other guy's name. Norval something.
Okay.
Paul Orndorff versus the Gladiator. Ron and Robert Fuller versus the Executioners, who were the WWF champions. It was a 6-man tag match. Rick and Robert Gibson, Gorgeous George Jr. versus Pat McGinnis.
Okay.
Ken Dillinger and George McQuarrie. NWA World Tag Team title match. It's like, damn, like everything on here was tag team. It's like Teddy Long booked this show. Mike Graham, Kevin Sullivan versus David Schultz and Bob Orton Jr.
Well, you know what David Schultz was famous for, don't you?
Yeah, but go ahead and remind me.
He was the guy that some reporter asked him, is wrestling fake, and he slapped him in the head and slapped him around a little bit. Dr. D, David Schultz.
We had the NWA Southern tag title match. Phil Hickerson, Dennis Condrey with Rock Hunter versus Dusty Rhodes and Tommy Gilbert.
I tell you something, baby. Me and Tommy Gilbert, we're going to come in there and we're going to tell these assholes what's going to happen when you step in the ring with us, baby.
NWA Southern Heavyweight title match. Jerry Lawler versus Jack Briscoe.
Nice.
The main event, NWA World's Heavyweight Championship match, Harley Race versus Rocky Johnson.
Wow. Harley Race and Rocky Johnson wrestling in Memphis, man.
Rocky Johnson failed in his bid to dethrone Harley Race as National Wrestling Alliance World Heavyweight Champion in the main event of last night's show before 8,693 at the Mid-South Coliseum. In other bouts, Jerry Lawler defeated Jack Briscoe. Mike Graham and Kevin Sullivan whipped David Schultz and Bob Orton. Phil Hickerson and Dennis Condrey downed Dusty Rhodes and Tommy Gilbert. Paul Orndorff beat the Gladiator. Tommy Rich and Bill Dundee took Pork Chop Cash and Norwell Austin. Hey, I can read these.
Yeah.
Robert and Rick Gibson combined with Gorgeous George Jr. to beat Pat McGinnis, Ken Dillinger, and Jim Dalton. And Ron and Robert Fuller turned back the Executioners. I assume that means they beat them.
Did you say in attendance in there? Was that?
Yeah, 8,693.
What year was this again?
1977.
8,000 people in the Mid-South Coliseum.
Almost 8,700.
8,000 people, close to 9,000 people in the Mid-South Coliseum in Memphis, Tennessee.
Yeah.
Incredible. Just incredible. It is my mission to get professional wrestling to that level again.
Okay, let's do that.
Let's do it. I want them to reopen the Coliseum because they have to put MEW and Wildfire Wrestling in there, and SGWA and SPWA.
Raw has been a Teddy Long wet dream with all these tag matches. And Teddy popped Viagra just to watch the past 2 Raws.
That's so funny. That's so funny.
And that was George saying that.
Well, as we like to end every episode, we like to do Superstar of the Week. So, Mike, I ask you, who is your Superstar of the Week?
George, because of all the comments. This is great.
Okay.
George is my Superstar of the Week.
Now give me a wrestling Superstar of the Week.
I'm sure he wrestles, right?
Just give me a damn...
Why don't you go? Because
hell if I know.
You shot mine down.
No, George, I want to, if you...
But George, go ahead and give yours as well.
Oh, man. I don't know. There's a lot of good choices to make.
Well, I'll go with Enzo and Big Cass again.
That's a good one.
Because they're
I'll go
great.
And I'll go Vaudevillains. Because I didn't think they would make it as far in this tournament, and the fact that they're in the finals.
Yeah.
It's
kind of shocking because they didn't even announce. I mean, they didn't announce Enzo and Cass were going to show up on Raw, but.
George says, I wrestle WWE lovers on Twitter. I tell you what, George, here, do this. If you want to give us your Superstar of the Week, you got to do it like this. Hold on. And why not, But yeah, I'm so excited that, it seems like there's a big change of the guard going on in the WWE with all these call-ups and stuff like that. It's really good. The fact that Vaudevillains and Enzo and Cass, straight out of NXT, are now in the finals for this tournament to face to the New Day.
One of them will have a tag title shot.
Enzo and Big Cass.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
We'll get it. Let's see.
Unless, the Vaudevillains do something heelish, they win, and then it kind of feuds a little bit, and it becomes a 3-way.
Ooh, that'd be good.
Because it would be Extreme Rules, so they could possibly do some sort of ladder match or stipulation match with, 3 teams.
An extreme Memphis street fight.
Yeah, probably.
Or no DQ match.
Or no DQ match.
Or a Falls Count Anywhere match.
Yeah.
Or a hardcore match.
Or a no holds barred.
Or a no holds barred match. Or there's no rules to break match.
Or a trombone on a pole match.
This is not Vince Russo's. This is not Vince Russo's WWE. Let's see. Speaking of which, did you see what some of the tweets he was sending out? Or Vince Russo has a new podcast, and he said some shit about Sami Zayn.
Imagine that.
That he looks like a taxi cab driver, and he doesn't look like a star, and that Kevin Owens looks like, basically making fun of Kevin Owens for being fat and wrestling in a t-shirt and shorts.
I have a feeling Kevin Owens would beat the shit out of him.
You know what? He would just disregard him. I think he would, because to beat the shit out of him would give Vince, more.
Yeah, more FaceTime.
Yeah, and then I just don't think that would happen. George says it didn't work. Am I not signed into Skype here? Did I give him the right number?
Did we not get anything to work?
Jeez, hold on. Let me see if I can call him from. Luckily, I have George's number. So.
Yes, listeners, if you become big fans like George, we'll share numbers with you.
Don't say it.
Okay. We're making a call.
Yeah.
Who is it going to be? It's a mystery
know.
call.
It's.
Is this the McMahon $1 million giveaway?
That's right. Hey. What's up, dude? Okay. No.
He'll be back on TV when the new season of Swerve starts.
I'm hoping this is recording. I'm not getting any. Hold on. I think I. Hold on.
Well, somebody's got to fill in for Connor and Adam Rose
I
not
knew
being
you were
on
going to
Swerve.
I knew this was going to be some sort of Ascension joke coming from you, Mike. You son of a. You son of.
He'll get chased off the screen by Paige.
I think this is recording. Hopefully, I'm getting. George, give us some quick thoughts about China. I'm not get. Hold on, we got to stop. Hold on, I'm not getting anything. Something's not right with Skype. Let me play this back. Didn't get him.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's not even there.
So, well, you've met my dog. Okay, I'm gonna stop it there. Edit. Split regions at playhead. No, hold on. I'm not getting any.
Well, it's recording us, so we're just not getting anything from you.
Yeah, I just got speakers. Maybe I need to put that through that. All right, George, talk a little bit so I can get some levels off of you.
Okay.
Okay,
Testing.
Yeah, you're pinging now. Keep going, just a little bit.
Like I said,
Okay,
it's
okay.
a sad situation.
Cool. Okay,
Because-
so we're gonna go back to your superstar of the week. I'll bring us back in real quick. So hopefully,
Okay.
we'll go with it. Hey, man,
Yo,
how you doing?
I'm good.
It's like we hadn't heard from you in
I'm
forever.
just here. I'm just here to give my superstar of the week because I feel like this person is just underappreciated for his role in the company.
Okay.
And of course, I'm talking about Fandango.
It's Fandango.
Yeah, you gotta let the A out.
Now, I have to do this now because I don't know when I'll see him on TV again, and they're already replacing him in NXT with the Dominican version. I don't know what's going on. So I have to appreciate Fandango while I can.
Yeah, and that,
Because who knows when No Way Jose pops up and he's doing his little pitcher movement and knocking people out or whatever that stupid finisher is.
yeah, he stole that from Kushida, man. That is one of Kushida's trademark moves in all of his matches, the big wind up and punch.
I just know it's not a finisher.
Yeah.
Between that and that little spinning fireman's carry,
The airplane spin, yeah.
Oh,
all I know is we won't hear the name No Way Jose anytime soon after a month.
George, this is a quick question, and we're gonna get out of here after I ask you this. And give us some thoughts on China.
We're talking about arguably one of the 5 greatest women ever step in the ring. The reason why I say that is we're talking about a woman who can not only hold her own with women, but when she was in there with men, you believed it. Like, yeah, we had Beth Phoenix and other women who get in the ring with men, but it's like, you know what? I don't believe she can win. With China, like, when she came in, she wasn't a valet. She was a bodyguard. You remember how big she was.
Oh yeah.
And you see the progression of her. Yeah, when she came in, she didn't really talk, only jumped into matches, but her matches got better. She became a better wrestler.
Mm-hmm.
And her and Eddie Guerrero, that was some of the best storylines I've ever seen.
Very good. Yeah. Very fun.
Yeah, it's sad to see her go out like this because we all know what's up. We know how the McMahons did her,
Mm-hmm.
how they pretty much blackballed her in the industry.
Yep.
He tried to make amends for it in the past year. We saw a lot of people forgiving her, but the people who matter didn't.
Right.
I just feel bad that we didn't get a resolution with the McMahons.
Yep, I agree. Well, where can folks find you on the Twitter?
They can find me on Twitter at Crunkbuck4D1.
All right. And you got any other projects coming up you need to plug or anything like that?
Nothing right now, but keep a lookout because I know Dustin Starr has a match coming up. I think it's June the 14th.
He's got
June the 14th,
and he's gonna be on the show next week to talk about what he's got going on. 'Cause he's got a huge match, and I want to say it for the show.
He's got big things.
Yeah, he has a lot going on. I'm helping him out with a few things in that area.
Cool.
So we're doing well over here, man.
Good.
Doing well.
Well, all right, man. Well, we are going to get out of here. The best way to find this podcast is on iTunes. While you're there, give us a 5-star review, leave some comments on what we can do to get a little bit better. As we found out tonight, there's a lot that I have to do to get better because this has been one of the most ridiculous shows ever.
So if you have any tips and you know about stuff like this, tweet us and let us know.
Because I sure as hell don't.
But follow us on Twitter. Remember that. Follow us on Twitter like Katrina.
Hey, yeah. Did you see who follows me on Twitter now?
No.
Katrina from Lucha Underground.
Nice.
She was in NXT for a while too.
Yeah,
she was Maxine.
Yeah.
So now, she follows me and George on Twitter now.
Hell yeah.
I saw that the other day, and George sent me a text, and he's like, "She's following me," and he was marking out. Then I check I get a Twitter notification, follow me. I'm like, oh, because I was in the elevator at work, and someone kind of looked at me like, "Are you all right, kid?" So we're going to get out of here, folks. Thank you so much. Mixler.com, Oversell Podcast, oversellpodcast.com, at Oversell Podcast on Twitter, facebook.com/Oversell Podcast. George, thanks for joining us for a couple of minutes, and we are out of here. This is the Oversell Podcast. There we go. Thanks, buddy.
All right.
Talk to you later.
All right, George.
Bye.